Hey there, if you're enjoying this podcast, please take a moment to leave a review and to follow or subscribe. Don't forget to share with anybody that you think might be interested. Your support is greatly appreciated. Word of mouth is incredibly powerful, and it's the best way for us to reach more people and grow this wonderful community. Thanks again for listening. Hey there, this week on The Room Where It Happens, I'm doing something a little different. Instead of one continuous session, I'm bringing you a collection of powerful moments from a few recent coaching conversations. These clips touch on themes that I come back to again and again: energetic diversity, the pressure of being who people expect you to be, embracing imperfection, and the thought, emotion, action cycle that drives how we show up. Each of these moments offer its own insight, but together they paint a fuller picture of what's possible when we slow down and ask the real questions. Let's step into the room. But I'm talking about diversity of thought. I'm talking about diversity of energy. If we can honor people in the room for the diversity of their energy, of what they're bringing in the moment, and not, I really believe that our strengths are sometimes where our weaknesses lie because people expect us to show up that way. Talk to me about what might help you, feel more optimistic other than just knowing you don't. You know what I mean? Like, awareness is great. Mm-hmm. But what might be another value you can sort of dig into that you can't fail no matter what you do? I don't mean to challenge you, but it's, in the work that I do as a coach, this is the kind of questioning, because we don't ask ourselves these things. You need someone to ask you these. So then you go, and it's normal to not know, actually. Mm-hmm. There are no right answers, first of all. That's why. Yes. And that's why you don't know. Because you're going, where's the right answer? And you go, only you have the right answer. Only you. Yeah. And that's where the pathway and the gateway to being positive, or being, in your right energy or frequency, or whatever you want to call it, where you're at choice. That's where that lives when you start answering those questions. Yeah. Yes. There's an infinite number of things that can happen between a perfect performance and an imperfect. And sometimes the imperfections are where new things grow. They're scary for sure, because especially when you're used to succeeding and you're used to doing things as best as you can. But we all know that things aren't perfect all the time, right? But if you trusted that, and if you were able to put your faith in a belief in yourself, in another value other than winning or losing, you could still win all the time, to your best abilities. But if you don't, it's still a win, because there's something to learn. We are, by nature, egocentric folk. Whatever's important to us is what we want to see. Sometimes whatever we don't want to see, we also see all the time, because that's when our primitive brain jumps in, right, and goes, oh yeah, there it is. Stay away. There it is. Stay away. And those are like the voices in our head, right, that create all that right. Noise. We have thoughts, and then we associate an emotion with that thought. And from there, if we take any action, it's based on the feeling that you have. So that's where the whole changing the thought and thinking about how you want to feel can elicit a different end.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Thanks for listening. As always, I'd love to know what landed for you. Was there a moment that made you pause, or a question that maybe you're still sitting with? These conversations are meant to open something, not necessarily to answer, but to invite. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and keep listening for what is true to you. I'm Lisa Hopkins. See you next time in The Room Where It Happens. If you enjoyed this episode, I invite you to dive deeper into cultivating a life of creative possibilities with my new book, The Places Where There Are Spaces. It's filled with personal stories and insights to help you embrace living in the moment. You can grab your copy by following the link in the show notes or wherever books are sold. Let's keep the conversation going and growing.